outside in, it looks as though the left care about everyone and the right care about their people. Outside in, broad brush. Is there a bit that people are missing about you and your policies that is actually where you see it's actually caring? Because on the face of it, let's just go with immigration. It doesn't sound very caring to send the boats back, for example.
Okay, so I think I would challenge the first premise that the less care about everybody and the right only care about the right or their own. I actually I don't accept that premise. And I think our core economic policy is the most helpful to the lowest paid, the least well off, and the young. So if you increase the starting point at which you pay income tax from £12,500 to £20,000, for everybody, that's an extra almost £30 a week net. And actually, for the lowest paid, that's real money. And yet we're the first party that's ever talked about the importance of lifting that threshold. And that has the biggest single fastest difference. And that would be transformational. 7 million people would pay no income tax and would be, so I think that's a remarkable thing. Also, there's a whole group of people who are trapped on, do I stay on benefits or do I go to work? Okay, there's a real benefits trap. It's a really serious problem and challenge. And that would help a lot of people trapped in that calculation at the moment. How am I going to have more at the end of the week? So I think I challenge that very premise. Look, on the immigration point of view, obviously there's two elements to it. You've got lawful immigration, you've got unlawful. And I would simply say our policy actually is the kindest and most compassionate policy on the boats, because within 2 weeks you'd stop people dying. Simple as that. 15 people have died this year that we know of, and under the current status quo, and I don't think there's enough discussion and debate and reference to that. That's just across the channel. In the Med, it's no one really knows, but it's in the thousands. And we know that basically when Australia, they had a variant of it, they had a pushback policy, it stopped, and so people stopped dying. And so in that sense, I just think our policy is it's the kindest and it's the safest policy. And so you can then sort of get into the detail behind it. You probably don't want to do that. So I think I reject the premise. What I might accept is that we can be pretty robust in the way we talk about it, the way we talk about a bunch of our policies, really. But that's mainly probably because most of us at the top end of the party, we've all been around the block a few times. We're north of 50. We've been through the school of hard knocks. Most of us have been through some form of business type career, and you get stuck in and you don't go in for lots of linguistic waffle. You just tell it as you see it and you get on. And I think that's probably a key part of why we might be, I would argue, misinterpreted by
linguistic waffle.
Yeah, it's for me. It's quality, not quantity.
I don't think that's a misinterpretation. I think that's pretty bang on. Why people would see it that way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Look, it's for us. It's the quality of our outcomes rather than the quantity of the words. And there's some beautiful wordsmiths who've been through politics, and politics is it's a sales job, and that's all very nice. But if you don't deliver the outcomes, if you don't make lives better for people, at the end of the day, don't be surprised if people get tired of the warm words. Actually, that they want some stuff done.